welcome back to the All VOLS Talk Show. Um, we got Legend Bey to talk about. So, rumor is I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. The rumor is that his mom forged his signature. She met with the coaches a week before they were going to the signing period. This is just crazy.
Are you crazy? This is like discovering plutonium by accident!
Um, let's go ahead and dive into it. I got this article pulled up by Caleb Sisk at the on SI for the Tennessee Vols. Let's see what they have to say. So the Tennessee Volunteers have had some drama out of Legend Bey's camp. Duh. As the Tennessee Vols flipped him back in their class on Wednesday. So this is an older article. I'm just trying to get all the information I can. The Vols have had a lot of great things going on in their 2026 class, and this ends up being how they initially hoped. So we had Legend Bay committed to us in the beginning, and then Ohio State and all their great money came in and was like,
"Shut up and take my money."
So, and Ohio has great NIL opportunities, and he would flourish over there because he's so athletic. So it's just everything that's going on right now in college football. It's hard to see, a commitment to nothing nowadays. So. But he's just a kid. He's only 17. He hasn't turned 18 yet, so he just has a lot on his plate. So as I was saying, he's one of the fastest kids in the country, which helped earn him plenty of offers. After being committed to the Vols for months, he flipped to the Buckeyes, where he intended to sign on Wednesday. Brian Hartline, former OSU wide receiver coach, accepted the USF job, and that threw a wrench in the recruitment. So when Hartline accepted that OSU or accepted that head coaching job at USF, it threw a wrench right into the plans, and I think that Legend Bey felt lost. He didn't know what he was going to do, and mom and brother were in his ear. So, once that threw a wrench in the recruitment, they thought that he would indicate the Vols were going to reach back out and kick some tires. And however, that isn't the choice that Bey wanted, because like I said, they're saying that his mom and brother forced him into signing with Tennessee. It looks like the Vol signee was denied the opportunity to sign with the Buckeyes by his mom, who might have done the signing herself in recent speculation. Yes, signing herself, which is crazy. Like that's crazy. And Legends Bay mother actually went to Knoxville this weekend. Not this weekend, the weekend before signing day, to meet with the Tennessee coaches by herself to pick up some paperwork. Whether he or his mom signed on that signing day, that remains up in the air, said Sam. I have one source that says the signature with Legend Bay at Tennessee was forged, and the legend still does not want to come to Knoxville. We seen a famous tweet hit the social media airways where his family so basically locked him out of his account, and as of Friday morning, the last day of signing day period, we're still hearing that his family, that's kind of in a disagreement about where the four-star athlete is going to end up playing. Tennessee has announced that the signing of all their social media platforms he has signed. The question is whether he will show up in a couple weeks to Knoxville, or if the situation between him and his mother and himself are not agreeing where he needs to go. So the question is, will he show up on campus? I do not believe so. I do not. At this point, what they're saying is they're kind of expecting him to show up in Knoxville. The stage is set for him. I tend to agree with the coaches. If you can convince mom, then mom can usually convince the son. This is a strange situation, and it really is. It is strange.
So I'm confused.
And then I got this article put up on A to Z Sports by Zach Reagan, which is a great writer, which says he reached out to Tennessee on signing day and wanted back in. Insider shares insight on Legend Bey saga with the Vols and Ohio State. So sources told 24/7 Sports Wednesday evening that Bey was unhappy with his decision and would seek a path for release from Tennessee and end up at Ohio State. We were told that this would likely play out 3 weeks when Bey turns 18 years old on Christmas Eve. But Bey decided to communicate his unrest Thursday. So, Vol Quest, Austin Price. I love Austin Price. He's a great reporter. He's just all around great. He's been at Tennessee reporting for years. So on Thursday, his weekly appearance, he shared some insight on the situation with Bey on the zones, Ramon, and Will. He reached out to Tennessee on signing day and wanted back in with the Vols, said Austin Price. Tennessee was expecting him to go to Ohio State and start the day. Obviously, they would love to have him, so they take him. He's on the phone when he signs his scholarship papers. Josh Heupel comes in there and meets with the media shortly after that. I text Bey, and he says he'll do an interview. He calls me. We're on the phone. I mean, it doesn't sound like he's being held hostage.
Say it!
It's the only thing I can go off of is he had buyer's remorse. That's all Austin can say. And we've all had that. We've all had buyer's remorse. Me recently, I had buyer's remorse. So I understand that. And he's just a kid. And what he's saying is because he was so wishy-washy through the process, and it is what it is. If I'm Tennessee, just let him go.
There you go.
And I agree on that. I agree on that. I agree with what Austin's saying. If I'm Tennessee, I'm just letting him go. If he wants to go to Ohio State, let him go. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants in the end anyway. Now, I tell you this, to go into the portal, whether you're 18 or not, since he went ahead and signed, you have to go to class. Well, the portal closes before Tennessee goes to class, so technically Tennessee doesn't have to let anybody that signs out of their deal. But I think Tennessee certainly would, because Tennessee wants to do right by the kid. They don't want anybody feeling like they don't want to be here and they're being forced to go here. And I totally get that. Like I'm saying, like everyone's saying, he's a kid. It's okay. He's all over the map at a price, and I think that's where Tennessee is at with it. Again, some of the embellishment like that, he's being held hostage. Let's just call it what it is. The Ohio State media is a bit much, but I would also tell you that Ohio State was totally on the phone with him after he signed with Tennessee, which isn't allowed, so it is what it is. Let the kid do his thing, if that's Ohio State or if it's Tennessee. Just let the kid be happy. And what's throwing me off is this whole his mom signed the papers for him. If that's true, that is crazy. No mother should do that. Should take that opportunity away from a child that is looking to succeed and provide for his family. Like wherever he went, I'm sure he was getting a hefty NIL package. So that just blows my mind that his mom would actually do that. And to take control of his social media is kind of crazy. Like I get his parents, you want to do that, you want to protect your kids and all that, but he's 17. I feel like he can make decisions for himself, but at the same time, you want to make sure that your kid's making the best decision. And I totally get that. This is just a whole all-around crazy situation, and I'm hoping that we just let him out of his letter of an intent and let him just do what he wants to. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to feel like we're holding someone hostage, and just let him do what he wants, man. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and share your comments down in the section, in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. And I'm sure I'm going to get some grief from an Ohio State fan saying that we're holding him hostage, which is not what's going on. I don't think Josh Heupel or anybody would do that. So, like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share your info with me on what you think on this, and go VOLS.
Wish that I was on a rocky top down in the Tennessee hills.